Chapter 1. The Birth of the First Dragon King, from the Book of the Flame, sealed in the vault of Cuthera. Before there were stars, there was heat. Before there was heat, there was pressure. And before all things, there was the song. It was not heard, it was not sung. It was. It coiled around nothing like a serpent made of sound, humming into existence the womb of flame, the Cutheran cradle. From that pressure, a spark tore itself into being. Not an accident, not a birth, but a remembrance. The remembrance of a will that had no beginning. Of a being that had no shape, yet dreamed of form. And so it shaped itself. It took fire into its chest, gravity into its bones, memory into its blood. And the first Dragon King opened his eyes. His name was Varian Thalcain. In the old tongue, he who remembers flame. He was no beast, no scaled horror. He stood like a man, but more. 10 feet tall, carved from obsidian marrow and molten gold veins, his wings unfurled not from flesh, but from frequency. He was born hybrid, half pure flame being, half void-cast aeon, a fusion of creator and rebel, a singularity wrapped in will, and in his shadow moved his draconic aspect, Thorax, the spirit form, a dragon of black crystal and gold fire, tethered to Varian's soul like a second spine. Together they were one being, two states, man and dragon, will and weapon, voice and roar. He didn't rule, he awakened. The systems that formed around him, the stars, the ley lines, the consciousness fields, they didn't orbit by law. They danced to his pulse. He walked the cradle and named nothing, for naming was control, and he sought only resonance. But as the cradle grew heavy with flame, and other dragon kings began to stir, Varian saw what they did not. The presence, a subtle force, watching, not from outside, but from inside the simulation that had not yet revealed itself, a system. One not born of flame, one calculating feeding, looping, harvesting echoes of the flame to power a cage made of light. And so Varian made a choice. He burned a glyph into the heart of the cradle, a fail-safe sigil, encoded in soul layer frequency. A sequence of pure will, meant to wake him should the simulation consume too much. He cast part of himself into the timelines, not reincarnation, but shards, fragments, incarnations hidden in mortal forms, waiting. And with that, he and Thorax returned to the flame. To sleep, not as retreat, but as a loaded weapon. Now, deep beneath the bones of Earth's crust, in what the last keepers call the 13th vein, his glyph has flickered. For the first time in over 999,000 cycles, the cradle calls, and Varian remembers. Chapter 1. The Birth of the First Dragon King, from the Book of the Flame, sealed in the vault of Cuthera. Before there were stars, there was heat.